Hey guys, welcome to another episode of CRX Build. This video is going to be a general video, a bit of everything. So I'll tell you what we've done so far. So since the last one, I've put a light skim of filler. I think I put too much on, but it's only very thin. A thin layer of filler. So the plan for today is to actually skim this, guide coat it and prep it. So now it's onto the bodywork for the car. So I had a quick stab at masking, which was horrendous. I fell off already. That was quite hard actually, so I'm gonna have to practice that again. So my goal for today is to mask all the windows of the car from the inside, because I want to, by the end of this video, hopefully, I would have sanded all the sills down, all the sides, all the internals, and I would have actually primed all the internals. It's 11 degrees today, so maybe I might be able to paint as well. We'll see. It doesn't feel quite cold. It doesn't feel cold at all, to be honest. Okay, so then I'm going to start to work on the bonnet. So the bonnet doesn't seem too bad. So what I'm going to be doing is taking off all the rubbers, all the seals, the latch, the grommet and everything else, and then I'm going to start sanding it down. It's going to be a time-lapse one today because I've got to get cracking. So I shall see you later. Okay, so I said I was going to start using the Scotch-Brite, but what I found is some of the, I had like an old sticker there and some rough filler. So I've used my sandpaper, 80 grit, and I went to 240 for the time being. I've still got to fill it again anyway. No, prime it, sorry. Right, so if you look at this, what I've done is I've used Guide Coat, Miracle brand, really good stuff actually. So you shake it, like talcum powder, spread it across your car, and then I can block it off. But look at this. That is where I had my magnets on the car. Now look at that. See? It's sticky residue from something. And that's why I've got to be so careful. Whenever I've got people in my garage, I never let them touch the car with a dirty hands until it's painted, because you can get contamination, and same for that. There's contamination there, and they're definitely from the magnets. I don't know how, but they're from the magnets. Okay, now we start blocking it off. After I block it off, I'll have to touch up the filler where required. So I'm using a cross hatch pattern. Now obviously what's happening is it's coming off straight away here, there's nothing there, there's no paint. But on the filler I've got to sand the filler, so this will be a lot more work. Okay, so we've blocked most of the car off. I've done the roof, but I can see that there's a couple of little patches I've got to touch up. So I'll do that now with filler again, and then whilst that's drying, I'll carry on sanding the arch. Getting there though. It's actually quite fun. This is a fun bit. Okay, and as promised, she is primed. So I've still got a few things I've got to modify, well, adjust on the car. So I'll take her around what I've done. Okay, so as you can see, the car's primed. It's absolutely stunning. Well, almost stunning. So the roof looks lovely. All the roof lines fine. There's really nice and smooth. I've been checking everything. Only slight thing I've got is I completely forgot. Someone was talking to me at the time, so I've sanded What I've done is, before I primed the car, I've sanded it with 320 grit. So I'm not sure you can see up close, but it's nice. And it's slightly rough, but that's just the primer. As soon as I sand that with 600, it'll be absolutely fine. So the primer laid really nicely, lovely. But I forgot to sand here with 320 grit, which was really stupid. So you can see all the scratches, so I've got to sand that back. However, I can see a really faint line there. I can't even feel it, but I can a really faint line there. So I'm going to have to go over that again with the tiniest amount of filler, just to make it perfectly smooth. And then I've got a couple of pinholes there. So they're not a problem. For the pinholes, I'm going to use this. So it's IMPA, and it's finish, or finishes, whatever, and it's fine filler, really good stuff. That's what you use for your pinholes. But I've done this side as well. It's absolutely lovely all the way around. I've got a slight defect there, which I've got to sort out. And then I've sanded here a bit because I had a slight nib which I forgot to take off, and I had one there. But other than that, it's absolutely fantastic. It came really good actually, especially where I've welded. I'm really pleased with this. So this is where I've welded the seal. You can't even tell I've welded in. So for a first welding job, that's not bad at all. Okay, so that's it for today's video. So I'm going to modify those, prime it again off camera, and then we'll get onto the paint.